That laugh. Yeah, Kotane, this is anime-like situation. So this character can be anywhere between 13 and like 3,000 years old. Yeah, see? You just forget at some point. They're like dressed up like there's like they have a nice like huge flower on their head, and like they're dressed up in like regal wear, and they're just so done. Oh, it's snow. I was really like, is Kotane getting one of like those eye fuzzies that you get in the morning? I don't know, what else are they called? Is there a better word for? You knew what I was talking about. It's like saying eye boogers, right? There's an actual name for them. They're called rooms. Room? They're called room? It's called room? Button is like, bro, I didn't even know that was a big deal until you mentioned it right now. I'm brooding out here, leave me alone. Canis is a very different, he's a very different kind of awkward. Medio's all a whole tree? Jeez. That's a lot. That's a lot. How am I liking Enchanté? I am loving Enchanté. It's been a super fun ride so far. It is a mix of really interesting twists on fantasy worlds that like are coinciding with a real world in an interesting way. The way that the story is written, the way that the characters are written are all really interesting. In the sense of like you have a lot of the times you have a story that is like you have a story that is like you know, normal character gets thrusted in a normal situation, but it's sort of like that this got flipped on its head, where it's like normal person got thrown into an unnormal situation, but like also the characters, the otome characters themselves are also like unnormal, but also trying to be normal. It's kind of, it's because like when you get to Enchanté, like outside of this very specific chapter, right, most of the rest of the story has them being in the cafe and them dealing with cafe stuff, and then the accents of the situations are the fact that there are these fantasy creatures or fantasy characters that have different aspects about them, right? That's like, you could have replaced the 5 boys with 5 different regular human characters, and you would have gotten a lot of the similar enjoyment out of it if they had the same like quirks and stuff like that. But it's that they have this sort of fantasy element to the on top of it that like sort of creates that like little extra spice. Oh shit. Oh, whoa, that's an interesting take on Dullahan. What if we kissed on every plane of reality? Sorry. This is supposed to be a touching moment. No, it is. Oh, he's a cute boy. Oh, boy. I love that the supernatural beings are just like in a cafe. Yeah, exactly. That's what I kind of really like that too, honestly. I'm a really big fan of that. We had talked about this. Woo! Chapter done. Next chapter. We had talked about this a while ago, but it was like one of the really cool designs of the way that they wrote stuff was that they very purposely made everybody really weird, right? Like Mishiru and Canis and like Ignis and Il are all really, really weird people, right? And even like Rindo to a point is kind of a weirdo in the sense of like he is a very much like an outsider to this, even to the regulars to Enchanté, right? But like he's but like Kotane is like very, very normal. And that's what's like makes it really, really cool for dealing with all these characters. Yeah, now that you kind of get to see it, like you're told like, oh, this is one big tree, and then you're told afterward, like, and then they showed you like sort of the night, like the nighttime shot of Medio, and now it's like the daytime shot. It looks way more like you can see the whole thing being a tree. I'm gonna miss Venia. They're substantial. They're a great character. just so tired. Such a tired character. Oh god. Never. Oh no. Going through the door makes you crazy. Yeah, I guess you imagine that. Every time that's been said in an anime, nothing has followed that up, right? Nothing happens, or they just go, oh, you know, I just imagined something, and then just walk away from it, never to think about it again, and it'll never come up. Wait, maybe don't do that. What? I know it's not necessarily supposed to be a secret, but it's also not a secret. Okay, making more work for Rindo is actually kind of funny though. Imagine that Il is just taking like just taking like selfies in Medio, just like, hey, just hanging out behind the world tree. So weird to just call them regulars. They live here. It's like looking at your family members, like the people that you live with, and just be like, ah, the regulars are still here. I'm gonna start calling my family regulars and see how they take it. This is scary. I'm gonna make food someday. Just be like, ah, the regulars are all here. It's not how that works, Il. A normal person, a normal human would run this red light, so I'm completely innocent. It's so rare to see like Mishiru's character like genuinely smile. She's such a shit. This is a sassy looking child. Yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, what do you want for coffee? Oh man, that's a good face. You imagine like she's opening a coffee shop, right? She's opening a coffee shop, and someone walks into the front entrance. She's like, who is it? What are you doing walking into this shop? I enjoy when people are not picky. A new customer. I was warned that this would be possible. It is ridiculous how surprised she is that somebody came in to the store that she's not seen before. Lady, you run a coffee shop now. You're gonna see a lot of random weirdos. And then there's these random weirdos. Yeah, what if he's a regular human being? I was thinking that too. They're just gonna start talking about fucking magic and worlds and shit, and just have this dude who they don't know where they came from, just like, hey, we're just hanging out here. Let's have some tact, huh, boys, please. Oh no, Mishiru's gonna cause problems. A Café Enchanté style Valhalla would be pretty neat. And I don't mean that in the sense of like having it take Enchanté characters, although that would be cool because I love these characters. I just more mean like a cafe style Valhalla that serves coffee and stuff like that. But instead of having like, you know, just characters show up and like talk about their problems, it's more like a cafe oriented thing with the fantasy aspect to it. Where people just come from different worlds and like stuff like that. I think that would be pretty neat. I should play Valhalla. I know a lot of friends who really enjoyed it. But that means I would play a single player game, and that's weird. Oh yeah, a single player. I hope he doesn't say anything weird. Do you see his face? Do you see his face? Look at this face. Kotare, look at his face. You think he's not gonna say something weird? Yeah, he's getting ready to say something weird. See? It took like 2 seconds. This is not a normal conversation. Mishiru, can you at least do some idle chit chat? Can you like, you know, loosen it up a bit before we go head first into the topic? What do you mean? You just sat here and caused problems the entire time. Don't lie. Don't tell your parents that you're in an otome game with with boys being a landlady with the only boy. Yeah. All right, Rindo. Americano boys, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, of course. You started enjoying yourself and taking pictures of fairies, and it sounded like you were being a real weirdo about it. No, it's your fault. You opened your dumb mouth. What do you mean it's my fault? Wait, what? If you just didn't say anything, they would never know. It's your fault. How is it my fault? I just wanted to go. No one asked you to go. You said you wanted to go because you wanted to make sure that I was going to be okay. It's so funny how sensitive he is about his age. Bro, if I looked like Rendo at 42, you kidding? There's no way that he looked better at any other time of his life. There's no way. Rendo is such a weird enigma because he's like, sometimes he feels like he's plotting against the characters in the show, and sometimes he feels like he is not. Whoa, what is this? Oh, this is him. This is him at the GPM office. Wait, are we playing this from Rindo's point of view? Wow, that was wholly unexpected. I had to like figure out what the pronouns were saying. I was like, wait, they're a changeling? What? There's changelings in this world? What? No, that's right. Changelings also do have white hair. Sometimes there's like just like no. Ignis seems like the type of person who think they're too tough for an umbrella. Sounds a lot like an interrogation, Rendo. Could you be a slightly nicer? Sounds like a boss battle. Enchanté is about to just turn into an RPG game. What? Wait, what, Rendo? Whoa. Look at this. There's always two ways that goes, right? It's either that he's so hot that the water evaporates before it gets to, like, dampening the flames, or it's like the other way around, where it just like completely is so hot. Yeah, listen, all right. I wasn't trying to make any sort of other
Nice timing.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Even a child would know. We've all played Pokemon. We know how this works. You know, I kind of want to snap back, but you're right. It's a very reasonable answer, I guess, to what was happening.